Hi YouTube. So this is the first day cleaning up this M1009 Blazer after picking it up. So it's gotten a lot of pressure washing done to it, and I'm realizing now, couldn't really tell before because it was so covered with tree growth, whatever, moss. What held this intact through being really neglected was the fact that this is the CUCV paint. So basically, most times that you see these that they're not surface rusting, they probably are CUCV painted, and that's chemical agent resistant coating, and it's real thick. It's almost like rhino lining, so it's really hard for it to chip or scratch, and it has like a slightly rough texture to it. But anyway, that's what kept this intact through a lot of sitting. I don't know exactly how long this sat, but this sat for a long time, and you can't really tell in the video, but on the driver's side even, that growth was really etched into the paint. I mean, I clean up a lot of stuff that sits for a long time, but this was worse than I even realized. But it's getting there, and like I said, the CUCV paint really helped. I don't know if regular paint would have held up to what it had actually been through. So I have the inside removed, and I actually pressure washed all the floors and everything. And this cargo floor is in pretty good shape. It's got a little bit of a dip to it in the left rear here, but overall it's good. And the floors, big thing in these Blazers. There's some pinholing in some different areas, but I consider it minor. I'm not real worried about it. So some pinholing on the edges. There's what I'm going to call surface rust in the back corners, and it did pop through in a little spot. And there's just some surface rust on the top, but generally speaking, I would consider this to be as good as you could hope for with one of these Blazers, short of it being out of the desert. So yeah, this was all pressure washed the whole inside of it, and I'll probably wipe it down again. And just in case anybody needs a little information on what I use to clean these, I actually use Murphy's oil soap. And so you could clean like rough textured or flat surfaces with that without it. It cleans them surfaces pretty good, and it lasts a long time. This had a lot of mold and moss, like whatever nastiness inside, and that bucket with a splash of Murphy's oil soap just kept going to the end to get me started with this. And like I said, you could wipe over flat painted surfaces with it without it leaving streaks or trying to etch into it or something. So that works well for me. Just figured I'd pass that along. So yeah, I'm gonna put I have the rubber mat and stuff here. Just pressure wash as good as I could with what I have. So I'm gonna get it back together here because this is kind of an unusually warm day. It's gonna go back to bad weather again, but I'm happy with how it's cleaning up. Oh, I took the big tires off of the back and put some. These are actually spares off of my CUCV trucks. So this is a spare off of one of them and a matching one on the other side. So I believe these come out to a 32. And I don't know what the width is, but they're skinny. I'll probably end up running 33s on this, a skinny 33. Probably a lot of people would think that looks stupid, but that 37-inch tire here, this was just too much for me. And it's really heavy too, so I think it'd be hard on the drive line. It's a 37, I don't see the width on it. But it's a wider tire. There it is, 37 12.5, and these are 16.5s. These are just a little bit too much for what I want to do. So I'll probably Probably the maximum size I would run would be 35. And I'd even probably be happy with just the 33s. So that's the update on that. This is what it's looking like. I'm happy with how it's cleaning up. I'm going to get this interior back in. And if I get anything else accomplished on here, I'll update it again. Thanks for watching.